Hey everybody, it's LASummers here, and today we're playing DC Universe Online with my main character Ace Roulette, and I'm doing a fire tank loadout. Okay, so the main thing about fire tanking is about healing yourself constantly and having a large pool of health. So pretty much, whenever you use a super attack, a special attack, super move, whatever they call, you your health increases according to your dominance. So if you have 2,000 dominance, it multiplies that times 2.2, and it increases your health by like 8,000 or something like that. Whatever. Also, you get 80% any 80% increase on your self healing, and you also get a 60% increase on healing. Just that comes into you maybe from your group, from your healer, or maybe you got a celestial DPS, um, uh, orange barrel restoration. Any of that stuff, you get an extra 60% by being in tank role as a fire character, fire tune. All right. So in my loadout, the first move I used is absorb heat. So pretty much, absorb heat gives you thermal absorption, and thermal absorption, it gives you power back when used against burning enemies. Also, it gives you healing. It's a jump cancelable move, but when you're fire taking, if you use absorb heat as well in conjunction with everything else in this loadout, then you won't even really even need to block. You won't need to do anything. You'll be pretty much invincible. Then the next move I have in my loadout is Amazonian Deflection. Amazonian Deflection gives you 25% damage reduction. Also, if you if you don't block, see me when I use Amazonian Deflection, I block cancel it. By block canceling Amazonian Deflection, I get the 25% damage reduction, but I don't have to actually sit through the whole animation and okay, because Amazonian Deflection, when enemies attack you, then they take damage back towards themselves and it knocks them down. So it's a good crowd control move. However, what I do is I use Amazonian Deflection and I block immediately. Thus I get the 25% damage reduction. Plus I have fortified blocking 4 or maybe 5. I don't know, but I know 4 gives you 7,400 or so defense and toughness by blocking. So now I'm getting 25% damage reduction plus a 7,400 defense on top of having about 22 to 23,000 health. So it's really good. I always try to keep Amazonian Deflection working because you know what? In these new raids, as they hit hard bosses, they hit even harder, and it's a good way to make sure you keep yourself afloat. After that, I have Backdraft. Backdraft is the AoE pull move. It's similar to Epicenter, and I forgot what the rage one is called, and I've never really gotten ice like that because I don't really like ice. So Backdraft, it gives you healing when used against burning enemies. It's a nice sexy heal. Maybe 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. You got about 20,000 life when you hit T6. So, you know, it's not too much, but it's a nice sexy heal. So pretty much, it helps you. It's a pull. It pulls aggro. It keeps all of the ass off of your teammates, which is the main role of a tank, so that they can do their jobs. The trolls can keep giving you your power. The healer can keep healing you, and the DPSs can keep burning because everyone knows they don't have the best defense. So after that, I have Reignition. Reignition is a 25% supercharge. It's probably the best fire supercharge. I know they have the 50% supercharge, the quote unquote God mode, but guess what? That's 25%, and this is 50%. You can get 50% without even trying. And in these new raids, where you can't even use your weapon as much as you would really like to because they're doing so much damage that you're mostly blocking and pulling aggro, it's best to have a lower supercharge. Maybe against like mobs, you could try to build up your supercharge, but it's better to have 4 at the boss fight than to have 2. Also, you can use them while being controlled, which is really a good thing because if you get knocked on the floor, everyone knows all hell breaks loose. Reignition, it knocks down enemies, it sets them on fire, which helps with the thermal absorption from absorb heat, and it's all around just a great move to have. It also helps your backdraft because burning enemies will heal you when you use backdraft. After that, I have Burning Determination. Burning Determination is like a ranged tank move, if that makes sense. It sets a target on fire, if it's the burning power in action with them, and the next, I believe, 3 hits that you receive, they heal you back. So It's just an all around good move to have. I like to just use it in rotation or whatever. And Stoke Flames. Stoke Flames is like the bread and butter. Stoke Flames is your everything. Use Stoke Flames. Stoke Flames gives you healing over time. After the fire revamp and whatever update that was, I believe it was like 36 or maybe 38. But whatever update that was, it gives you a healing over time. And now the healing over time is the whole 12 seconds that the cooldown is. So you always keep, if anything, you always keep Stoke Flames running. After that, so what I like to do is, because I could Stoke Flames is a status move, a buff. So pretty much you can clip Stoke Flames. Well, excuse me, you can use Stoke Flames to clip anything. So pretty much what I like to do is I lunge in there with my I have dual so I lunge in, but before the hit actually hits, I use a backdraft and I clip it immediately with Stoke Flames. So pretty much I get the pulling effect from backdraft, but then I also get the healing effect from Stoke Flames. If they set on fire, after that I probably block for a little bit. Then I use Amazonian Deflection and then use that into a block. Now my health is at about 23,000. When I use Amazonian Deflection, that it just gives me a 25% damage reduction, and I block. So then after that, that's pretty much it. That's really all you need. Now I use Absorb Heat just because it just gives you a constant healing when used against burning enemies, which is everyone who's next to you, and you got a tank, so that's everyone. And you get power back, healing over time. You use reignition sometimes. You don't really need it, but it's always good to have, especially in boss fights where it's going down. Alright. That's pretty much it. As long as you have power, you really can't die. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and peace out.